This is the Proscenic cordless hoover, or for my American friends, vacuum. With Father's Day fast approaching, could this be a potential gift for Dad? No, it cannot. Just like your mother doesn't want an ironing board for Mother's Day, I don't want a hoover for Vacuum Day. Have you got that, Olivia? Hello and welcome back, or if you're new here, then just hello. My name's Scott. I like to make videos. This particular one is about the Proscenic P12, a light cordless vacuum. And whilst this is not a sponsored video in any way, shape or form, Proscenic were kind enough to send me this to have a look at. So thank you for supporting small creators such as myself. Now, I apologise in advance because this video has the potential to descend into a bad Hoover sales routine if I'm not careful. Step right up, nothing makes me hornier than a Hoover. It sucks, it plucks, it's all you need. I promise I'll try my best to avoid this. At time of filming this video on good old Amazon, this will set you back 189 Great British pounds. So this certainly isn't one of your cheap and cheerful Chinese knockoffs, no disrespect to China. Please don't hack me. So what makes this smart, apart from the Amazon listing using the word smart a lot? Well, I don't know yet, so let's get in the box and get started, shall we? A rather big box for a little unboxing table, but bear with me, I'll do my best. As always, it starts with the obligatory gumph, also known as a user manual. And then next we have an anti-tangle brush head, which is powered, a thin crevice nozzle attachment tool, try saying that quickly, followed by the removable lithium battery. Next, the main unit itself, which feels very light, weighing in at just 1.95 kilograms and measuring 35 by 23 by 12 centimeters. We also get an oval 2-in-1 round brush adapter tool, and then in the box, a UK power plug. We also have a telescopic pipe along with some mounting screws and a wall bracket, closely followed by a spare HEPA filter. First impressions, it looks and feels pretty good, rather sexy and new to be fair, but I'm sure it won't stay that way for very long. I currently use my good old Dyson V4, which I have done for around 4 years, and it served me well, but if the following specs are to be believed, then this could well be a Dyson Killer. My Dyson is 17 kPa, whereas this is 30 kPa, which for those in the know is 30,000 pascals, which is the measurement of force. So looking at these specs, it sucks harder, that's what she said, than my Dyson. Granted, that is 4 years old. Proscenic achieves this suction power with the use of a brushless motor and the 25,000 milliamp hour battery, which offers around 60 minutes runtime in low mode and around 13 minutes in max mode. And the battery takes between 4 to 5 hours to fully recharge. If you're like me and you have both hard and carpeted floors, fear not, this works nicely on both. This brush has an anti-tangleness technology thing, which it achieves via a V-shaped bristle that works with the internal comb to reduce hair tangling and thus reduce maintenance, which basically means less time sat on an uncomfortable floor pulling out your daughter's long hair. Hair, birdseed, house crap, food crap, dust, etc. is all collected in a 1.2 litre bay, but before it gets to this bay, it passes through a 5-stage filtration system, which utilises and includes 2 HEPA filters to allegedly capture 99.99% of dust particles. It has a green LED headlight, which Proscenic are calling the Vertec light, which is apparently able to help you see dust particles more clearly. I'm intrigued to see how this one pans out. The top part of the main unit is an LED smart touch display, which shows you your dust alarm to advise if the bay is full, the floor brush status, i.e. if it's clogged, the current battery level and the current suction mode. It has 92 ratings on Amazon, of which 85% are 5 stars, so things are looking promising. So let's get it set up and test it. I started with fitting the wall mount, which is secured using the 3 screws provided, and the unit fits on the mount with or without the battery connected. The mount also holds the spare tools when they are not in use. All the provided attachments clip into the main unit extremely easily, and they're also removed in the same manner. There's no force needed in either direction. The extending pole clips into the main unit and then the powered brush on the bottom, and extends with what I found a rather satisfying metal mechanism, which feels and sounds really nice clicking between those various heights. I'm 5'8" and the max extension is perfect for me when using the powered head, and also it has a nice range of motion when doing so. The battery slides onto the base easily and can be charged either standalone or when it's connected to the main unit. Tapping on the logo on top will switch between suction modes, and the current mode is indicated with the little logo. The green LED headlight is automatic and comes on at all times and is very bright even in midday sunshine. So how do you test how well a vacuum sucks? I tested with some rice, no problem. Some nerds, no problem. Some flour, needed a little bit of pressure, and then some broken up crisps. Again, no problem. It handled them all like an absolute boss. Emptying is quick and easy. Simply unclick the bottom of the unit whilst holding it over a bin and then pushing it back up when empty. That's it, all set up and tested. It's a vacuum.
Easy peasy.
Now, I'm ashamed to admit it, I spent a good few minutes trying to work out how to turn this on, which now I feel like a complete idiot for, because I don't turn on my current Dyson, I just pick it up, push a button and go. And basically this thing is exactly the same, except pushing the trigger button turns it on, but you don't then need to hold the button down, so it could be used in any kind of way or angle you wanted. Pressing the trigger again is what turns it off. When turning it back on though, it does always reset to power mode 2 rather than the mode I was previously using, which is slightly annoying. As you saw, it was very easy to set up and convert to use handheld. Everything simply just clicks into place, and it can't be incorrectly connected as the pieces only fit in one particular way. With the extension pole connected and the powered head unit, it certainly is very lightweight and extremely easy to maneuver. I found myself needing to apply less pressure to this, moving around things, resulting in less sores on my poor little hand, which really doesn't know what a hard day's work is like. But in all seriousness, my mum has dodgy hands with her arthritis, and since having a stroke struggles to grip things, but she found using this an absolute breeze. The battery being detachable is handy if you don't plan on securing the plug where you have it mounted. And speaking of that mount, the unit doesn't really clip into it per se, it just balances on it, and so it's a little flimsy and could easily be knocked off or pulled off by unwanted hands. The mount also doesn't have any integration for the charger, so when docking you'll need to manually connect and disconnect the charger each time, which isn't the end of the world granted, but it is annoying, and when not in use the cable just seems to dangle there.
Hello darkness, my old friend.
When the unit is charging in the mount, the charge indication also appears upside down. So yeah, where the base is concerned, I feel, and it's only my opinion, that a little more attention to detail and design wouldn't have gone amiss here. The documentation states this has been optimized for low noise at 70 decibels. Was this true? Well, I have this little gadget to test it out video up here somewhere. Mode 1, which was the lowest setting, was around 63 decibels. Mode 2, around 70 decibels. Mode 3, around 74 decibels. And the fastest, most powerful Mode 4, around 78 decibels. So it's a 50-50 true statement. Did the Vertec green light make a difference to me? Honestly, I'm not really sure. I could see everything I was hoovering better, but I was also able to see it without the green light. There was a couple of occasions where it did highlight some bits I didn't actually see, but generally I hoover the entire floor when I hoover, not just a certain area, so I don't generally miss things out. So yeah, I'm kind of on the fence about this. How well does it suck? Very well. It picked up everything I threw at it on both carpet and solid flooring, so no complaints there. And in fact, it did it better than my Dyson, which would often flick large bits of crap around the room before picking them up, which I expected this to do with the nerds, but as you saw, it didn't do this at all. So considering the main task of a vacuum is to suck things up, this did it, and it did it very well indeed in my opinion. So when comparing the cost on Amazon, this is at the top end of the comparative brands. So is it worth it? Well, the equivalent Shark, which is a brand I've been told is pretty good, it was around £250, whereas the Dyson starts from £350. So actually, it's pretty well priced in my opinion, and as you have seen, is good quality and works well. So if my Dyson were to break, would I replace it with this? Yes. Yes is the answer. As you saw, I mounted it in my studio and it's literally just there. So I'm going to keep using it, and if it warrants a follow-up video, then I'll make one. Otherwise, I'll update the description down below with anything I feel you should know. And speaking of down below, this is also where you can comment and ask me anything about this or anything else for that matter. And whilst you're down there,
That's what she said.
please do consider liking the video, even if you didn't. Subscribing if you aren't already, and hitting the bell to get notified when I upload new videos because it helps me get sent more free stuff like this to play with and make videos about. So yeah, thanks. And thanks for watching. I spat there. Goodbye, internet.
Throw this shade on me, like they all hate on me. Don't bring that rage on me. Why they throwing shade on me, like they ashamed?